So how should we see Pakistan and Afghanistan or Taliban-controlled Afghanistan as frenemies or as bitter adversaries? And what does, importantly, this AFPAC war mean for India? Joining me now is Vivek Katju, former envoy to Afghanistan. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Katju. How do you read what's happening there in the border areas between Afghanistan and Pakistan? Is this a clash that could erupt into a larger war? Or do you believe this is a fallout of the growing concerns that Pakistan has expressed with the with the TTP, the Tehrik-i-Taliban? That's the real reason that this war is, these clashes are taking place. Why now, and what does it mean?
Rajdeep, there's always been great bitterness and rancor between Kabul and Islamabad and Rawalpindi. This is nothing new. And this rancor erupts from time to time into armed clashes, as we have seen. The Pakistanis had hoped that because they had hosted the Taliban and they were responsible, in one sense, for enabling them to regain control of Afghanistan, that they will be able to influence them to exercise control over the TTP. Now, we know that the Tehrik-i-Taliban in Pakistan is essentially, they're a Pashtun force, and they were, ironically, the creation of Pakistan, the Pakistan Army, which turned, and they later turned their guns on the Pakistan Army. The TTP is a close kin with the Afghan Taliban, and therefore the hope that the Pakistanis had that they will restrain the TTP, if not hand them over to the Pakistan Army, was always exaggerated, and that hope was simply wrong. And the Pakistanis are today reaping the fruit.
So this is the
of
snakes.
that mistake.
This is the snakes in the backyard analogy that you're drawing. The words that Hillary Clinton, I think, once used for Pakistan nurturing terrorists along the Pak-Afghan border, and they've now come to bite Pakistan. But why now? Is there any particular reason you believe that this is the moment where they've decided to escalate the situation?
I think the escalation has been from Pakistan's side. The Pakistanis have been very wary of growing contacts between the Taliban and India. And I think they've been particularly unhappy, if not enraged, at Mutaqi's visit to Delhi and the reception he received here.
So hold on. You're saying, can I just get that? You're saying there's a direct link between this escalating conflict and the fact that the Afghan Foreign Minister was in India just a few days ago?
I think there is a link. I would not say that this is the only factor which is responsible for the eruption of the fighting at this stage, but certainly there is a link. The Pakistan Army is not known for its strategic patience. It is, at the end of the day, a tactical force. If you see its history of engagement with India, the kind of mistakes it has always made shows that its thinking is tactical. And therefore, I think the good Field Marshal, Asim Munir, who of course is being applauded in the West, particularly by Trump, is coming to the end of his patience, and he wanted to show that the Pakistanis have teeth. Now, there is one thing which ensures that the Afghans cannot carry on these hostilities for any great length of time, and that is because Afghanistan is landlocked. Its access to all kinds of things that they need is essentially via Pakistan. Yes, there's Iran, there are the Central Asian republics, but the Pakistan border, or rather the Durand line, access is very significant, either via Spin Boldak or via Torkham. And therefore, my assessment is that these hostilities will continue for some time, but they're serious. I had not expected that they will reach this level.
Can
And
I
it
can I just
shows,
ask you? Can I then ask you a final question? What does it mean for India, particularly in the short term? Let's not worry about the long term, but in the immediate term, what does it mean for India? A quick answer.
I think it means that as we enhance our engagement with the Taliban, as we convert our technical mission into an embassy, which we must for our strategic reasons, we'll have to be very careful about their security. And it also means that we should not bother about this eruption of fighting,
Right.
and we should continue with our strategic uh, mm, outreach to the Taliban, and there should be no let up there.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Vivek Katju, for giving us a sense of why this conflict has erupted at this moment and what it means for India. Thank you very much for joining me here on the news today.